YouTube and welcome to another video. Today I have a very special unboxing for you. If you watched my Desukan video, which you might not have if you're only interested in my doll content, because it might have felt like something that was not for you, but if you watched my Desukan video, I was in Lahti. We actually sold two MyScene dolls. My mom found one from a secondhand store, this beautiful disco club Chelsea. I made a separate short on her and she's also part of the Desukan video. But in this video I also said and showed you that I found a thrift store that sold an in-box MyScene doll. But it was closed. It was closed on weekends. It closed on Fridays at like 3, so I had no way of getting to it. I asked around, I asked for some people who could buy it for me, but eventually I just contacted the Facebook page of the store and they were super kind and they agreed to send this doll to me, and now it finally has arrived. I'm super grateful to the store. The store is called Sinicorento. I hope I pronounced that correctly. I'll put a name on the screen and also you can check them out. But they mostly specialize in like jewelry and accessories and fashions. They also had this doll and they were super friendly. This video isn't sponsored by them. They don't even know that I'm making this video, but I'm still really grateful. And first off, we're gonna unbox this box and then we're gonna be talking about the doll and its history and a little bit about MyScene history and my personal history with MyScene, because I'm a Northern European doll collector or Eastern European doll collector, however you wanna look at it, where you wanna place Estonia. Which is a little bit different because I feel like most well-known doll collectors on YouTube are either from UK or US. And MyScene was discontinued in US way before everywhere else. So I'm gonna be talking about my experiences with MyScene a little bit and my history and things I actually remember about MyScene. But first we're gonna be unboxing this box. Okay, here we have her. I have unboxed the box. She is so pretty. I'm gonna be trying to make sense, but I feel kind of overwhelmed because I haven't unboxed a new MyScene doll since 2011. I checked. Because the last time I unboxed a MyScene doll was in London. She was a gift from my friend who got her to me from Thailand. And I've never unboxed a MyScene doll. Actually, so stupidly emotional about this. I've never unboxed a MyScene doll that is from the olden lines. And this MyScene doll is from 2005. So Mattel introduced MyScene in 2002. And the first line is iconic. It introduced Barbie, Madison and Chelsea. And since then they have introduced new characters. Now when MyScene started out, they had this kind of face mold with like, they had this sort of face screening with larger eyes that was a little bit like Bratz, but not quite as sultry and sexy even, dare I say. It was a little bit cuter. And I have never had a MyScene doll with the bigger eyes. When MyScene came out, I pretty much instantly loved it. I loved the web episodes. Looking back at them now, the web episodes are kind of stupid. Like, I rewatch them occasionally, and honestly, like, from an objective point as like someone who works with text and storylines, the storylines aren't that great. I think the longer movies still hold up. I still enjoy watching the longer movies. But I love the Flash animations as a kid. I love the Flash animations. I love the animation style. I will even say that I like the art style more than I like the style of the dolls. Like, I wish the dolls had looked more like the art style. But honestly, I wanted a MyScene doll so bad as a kid. And MyScene dolls changed their face screening in 2006. In 2005, and from mid 2006 they replaced Barbie, who was one of the iconic Free, who you can see here. They replaced Barbie with Kennedy, who looked just like her but had curly hair instead of straight hair. As a kid, I hated that. I felt like it was a cop out, and I loved Barbie as a MyScene character. To me, Barbie as a MyScene character and Barbie as a Barbie character are two different characters. So I hated that. So I never wanted a Kennedy doll. I liked all the core characters. I also didn't like Nia. Which I think was just a little bit unfair for me, but I didn't like the newer animations. I didn't like how they changed core factors of the character and their personalities, because I am always really invested in characters. They changed the MyScene storyline and style and everything, and I never got to have a MyScene doll as a kid because I was focused on collecting Winx dolls. I loved Winx dolls and I wanted Winx dolls more. So, and my Saint dolls were pretty expensive. I feel like they were more on the expensive side because they came with a lot of stuff. So, I didn't really have a MyScene doll until I got a Street Art Chelsea. Street Art Chelsea was released in 2009, but I think I got mine around 2010 because I feel like the doll line had been around for a while and they arrive in Estonia later usually. She does have her original top as well, I just don't like it. Like she has another top on top of this top in her original outfit and I just don't like it. So this is the original Chelsea street art doll. That was the first MyScene doll that I ever got to unbox from a box. And yeah, I absolutely love her. She comes with a lot of cool street art stuff that I love. And I basically, honestly, I chose this doll line because I really wanted a MyScene doll, and MyScene dolls were already being discontinued. Mattel discontinued MyScene in America in 2008, but in the rest of the world in 2011. So they were still probably produced around the time that I got this Chelsea, but new lines weren't really made as frequently, and by 2010 I was already 16, so I had my own money. I could collect dolls with my own money, and I was more aware of doll production, and I was aware that MyScene is probably not going to be around for that long, and I had wanted a MyScene doll for years because I pretty much wanted a MyScene doll, I think from around 2004, maybe around that time. Not when they just first came out, although I remember the first line being sold here as well, but from the time they started making these flash animations, which I think was around 2003 2004, because I love the flash animations, as I mentioned. So yeah, I really wanted a MyScene doll then. Chelsea was my first MyScene doll. Then my second MyScene doll, who I mentioned earlier, is Delancey. Because Delancey is actually one of my favorite characters. I would say Delancey and Nolly are actually my favorite characters. And this is a doll that my friend Felicity got to me in London, and she bought her from Thailand. This was in 2011, and I feel like MyScene had been discontinued in Europe by this point as well, because I didn't see new dolls coming up anymore. If there was a doll somewhere, then it was like outside of the capital in some toy store that it had been selling it for ages. There wasn't like new content being made. They pretty much stopped making new content for it when they started the new animation style. They made some of these web episodes and then they never made anything new anymore for the media, which is really sad because I absolutely love MyScene media. I love the longer MyScene movies. I love MyScene Goes to Hollywood. I love Masquerade Madness. I love Jamming in Jamaica. I love Hanging Out. I think Hanging Out, I would love a Hanging Out doll. I think it's such a cool idea, and it's a clever marketing ploy, but I think it's a cool idea that they had a doll line where every doll had their own DVD, and if you had all of those, it was either DVD or VHS, and if you had all the stories with all the dolls, then you would get one big cohesive story. It was always the same story but told from the perspective of the person or the doll that you got. So I really love that. One of my friends had a Hanging Out Madison as well as Fab Faces Kennedy, and I was so jealous. Fab Faces is another one. I feel like Fab Faces is another line that I would just die for. But yeah, this is Ultra Glam. This is Ultra Glam Delancey. From my friend, and I love her. And by that point, MyScene was no longer being, new lines were no longer being introduced. She got this doll from Thailand, and I remember her saying that back then Thailand still had loads of MyScene dolls. So I feel like Southeast Asia was one of the last places where new MyScene dolls were introduced. They were definitely still sold longer in Europe than they were in the US, because they were discontinued in the US in 2008. And I remember new, like Street Art is from 2009, and Ultra Glam is also from 2009, and this was sold in Estonia because I got it from Estonia. Now let's talk about my design scene, which is this line. So this is the first time that I am really like seeing her. I am really surprised to see that she has bunny slippers. You can't see them yet, but she has bunny slippers. And I actually have MyScene bunny slipper from a fashion bag that I bought. And the fashion bag was being sold here for years after the dolls were all gone, because for some reason the fashion bags didn't sell at all, and you could no longer buy the dolls, even though the fashion bags would fit other Barbies as well. But I have a MyScene fashion bag, which is sort of a pajamas fashion bag, which is slightly different from the pajamas she's wearing, but the same shoes, however in green. Now, I am going to unbox her, and I know that doll collectors have differing opinions on whether or not you should unbox a doll that is more than 10 years old. Because these are originally produced as playline dolls, so originally I don't think you can have a sound argument as to like not unbox them, unless you don't want to unbox them. Now my personal firm opinion is that if something is yours, then you're allowed to do whatever the hell you want with it. If you're a collector, obviously unboxing things devaluates the resale value, and I know this. And I also know that unless I am in some sort of really dire situation and I can't borrow money from anywhere, and I just have no other way of anything to have money, I will never sell any dolls in my collection, or a vast 80% of the dolls in my collection are dolls that I would not consider selling. I have maybe 5 dolls in total that I would consider selling. And yeah, so I know, and I have loved MyScene for years, so I know that I am never reselling any of this. And to me, a doll is more functional out of the box. Like, I want to see her accessories, I want to see the clothing she gets, I want to see the little hangers, I want to touch them, I want to see the materials of her clothing, I want to see what her articulation is like. So if you want to come at me in the comments, oh, you unboxed her, that's so terrible, because she's a piece of doll history, and I do understand that as well. But she's 20 years old, and she's a playline doll, and she's mine, and I can do pretty much, I think anyone can do whatever they want with their own dolls. And I found it ludicrous that sometimes people do go into doll collectors' comments and call them out on unboxing dolls. I think there's nothing wrong with that. You can unbox your own dolls. So that's my opinion. If that's not yours, that's fine. I do understand that some people feel that dolls like this already have historical value. But before we destroy the box, I just want to see and look at the box with you. Now, I looked at these dolls from the MyScene wiki, and it seems like they were sold separately as well. And this is a separate box. Like, Chelsea has a separate box here as well. So maybe you could seemingly buy them separately as well. And this has the classical MyScene artwork on the back, and I love the classic MyScene artwork. My phone ran out of storage at one point, so now I'm filming differently. So this is gonna be a long video. I'm gonna thoroughly enjoy making and filming this video, and I'm not gonna cut it to be super short, because this is such an incredible experience for me. I don't think I'm ever gonna be able to unbox another MyScene doll. maybe ever. I don't know if I'll ever find one in box. It's definitely hard to find one that old, so it's gonna be super in detail. So you can skip to whatever parts you're interested in, or you can watch the whole thing, of course, which I would be very happy about. So let's talk about the back of the box. Actually, it's covered in plastic, so the artwork is hard to see, also because my ring light is reflecting off it. So we have Madison saying glam, Chelsea saying funky, Barbie saying flirty, and Nolly saying sporty, which is kind of their signature styles. In the back you can also see some old artworks. There's Madison. There's loads of fashions. I don't know if you could get all of these fashions, if some of these fashions come with the doll, and this is one of the reasons I want to unbox this doll. This last box doesn't have anything besides the barcode. And this is one of the reasons I really want to unbox this doll, because I want to know if there are more fashions behind here. There's this super cute pair of trousers, which I love. The doll comes in a separate little box as well. My design scene, which is pretty different because usually they wouldn't modify the logo. Like usually my scene would come right where the design is, and it would be that logo, and then the name of the line would be somewhere else. So here it says, what do you think I should wear? And here we have the bunny slippers I talked about. And there's Chelsea's name, and here's a speech bubble that says, I'm a funky fashion designer. And I don't know about you, but when I read the speech bubble, I could hear her say it in my head, in her voice, because she says this exact line in Club Birthday.
I'm a funky fashion designer.
I love that line, and I love that they used it here. And she's wearing a sort of really cute pajamas. Okay, so I've been sitting here slowly losing my mind. But I got them out of the plastic, and I've just been sitting here looking at her for like the past 20 minutes. So now you can see the box better because the upper plastic isn't reflecting off it. So you can see she has a little bio here, which I love. I love this artwork. I'm so glad that I got it all with this artwork. So technically I could leave them like this. This isn't like unboxed or boxed, because the box was basically just plastic. And here are the two fashions that she comes with. This is the top, and these are the trousers, and I love these trousers. I am so freaking obsessed with these trousers. Look at the little belt. It's so cute. I wonder if she has real pockets. No, I don't think so. I don't think these are real. It's just sewn to look like there sort of could be a pocket, but there isn't. Here's her little wardrobe area. So you can see a picture of her friends there, and you can see her shoes, which are all drawn, and like perfumes and stuff. This gives me such Carrie Bradshaw from Sex and the City vibes. I feel like MyScene almost has a Sex and the City but for teens and like older children vibe, and I love that. I love that. I've heard other content creators say that as well. There's a MyScene logo on the side here, and I already showed you the back, but you can have another look. There's Nolly here as well. And here's a little handle, so you can actually like carry it with you, and you can put your doll inside and carry it with you. This box thing is just a bunch of empty plastic. So there's nothing in here, no stand or anything like that. Interesting to note. It said 2005 on the MyScene Wiki website, but on all of my products it actually says 2004. So I think this might actually be 2004. And I think these fashions were sold separately. Like there's a separate barcode which has been crossed out here because it's sold as a set. But I think you can buy these My Design fashions separately. I've seen them on eBay, and I don't think they go for a lot. Because generally inbox dolls are worth more than inbox fashions. So I might actually look into it and maybe Maybe buy some fashions. I remember that MyScene fashions stood for ages here, so they're not that looked after, that sought after. I also wanted to address, before I actually unbox her, is that sometimes older dolls that have been in boxes for like nearly a decade or many years, the plastic sort of starts to deteriorate and gets sticky and weird. So I really hope that if I unbox her, then that's not gonna be happening. She doesn't look shiny at all, which is usually how you can sort of tell if she's gonna be sticky or not. Her legs are made out of different plastic. Her legs are sort of, they're not super shiny. They're okay. I think if anything's gonna be sticky, it's gonna be her legs. But let's hope it's not anything, because yeah, or if it is, I hope it's not super bad. Okay, so here we have her closet, and it opens up with a zipper, and then you can put stuff inside, including it all. Like, she can stand up straight in here, and there are hangers for you to hang some fashions. I don't know how, like, does it actually function? I assume it does, but I feel like it might be, maybe I should try hanging them, because here are the fashions, these shoes I had before. But this is the top, and it's super sparkly and super nice. And here's the trousers, and they're really soft, and I love them. I would love trousers like that. Like, they're so nice. And here we also have Chelsea's sort of profile card. Her name is Chelsea. She is 16. She's a Scorpio. Her favorite color is peach, and that's her favorite food as well. I also love peaches. Her pet is churro, and that's her saying. So that's her little card. And now for the main event, because I did take Chelsea out of box as well. Here she is. I'm happy to report that she feels super nice. She doesn't feel sticky. She doesn't feel weird in any way. I feel like she actually feels different than other MyScene dolls that I have. Like this Chelsea, she feels not sticky, but her plastic definitely feels different. Like, this doll feels very smooth and not that rubbery, even though her legs are still made of rubber. But yeah, this is her face, and I love her face. I love dolls that don't look straight at you. I love dolls that sort of giving you the side eye. I think that's so cute. And her makeup is like this sort of brownish red lipstick. She has turquoise teal eyeshadow, which I think is super cute. And I love her face screening. There's like, it's not just drawn on her, there's a little bit of texture as well, so you can sort of see her her eyelid is like molded, whereas with this doll it's just printed on. There's no different textures, so I think that's really cool. Her hair is amazing, feels amazing, it's beautiful. This is her pajama set, and it comes with these cute rabbit slippers. And I do actually have another set from this same series apparently that I got years and years and years ago. So I have these rabbit slippers in green, and I have the matching pajama outfit somewhere as well, so maybe I can put it in this closet. Yeah, her articulation is the same as later MyScene dolls. She has the 5 points of articulation, like her head, her hands, her arms, and then she has the classic Barbie bendy knees, so they crack a little bit. You can bend them a little. She's super cute. I love her so much. And I am gonna try these clothes on her, and if you want, I can compare her to my other MyScene Chelsea's. I think their faces are all super different. Like, if you look at this from 2008, and she's from 2010, or she's from 2009, and she even has a different eye color, like her eyes are blue, whereas Chelsea's eyes are usually brown, but sometimes also green and sometimes also blue. As a child, it sort of bothered me that they changed her eye color so much, because that's not. I mean, maybe she's wearing lenses. Actually, maybe she's wearing lenses. You don't know that. And this is her face, and she looks so different. But I love her face. She's looking at all the other dolls. Yeah, I love it. I love her. So I did a little bit more research, and from what I could gather of the MyScene wiki and eBay, this doll is from 2004 and not from 2003, and it was sold both separately and with various different fashions. I could find listings with the same doll and same wardrobe but different fashions. I could find listings with a different doll. There were 2 versions of each of these dolls with different outfits, different eye makeup, but surprisingly the same rabbit shoes every time. I mean, I do think these slippers are adorable, but it's interesting to me that they had the one shoe mold that they did for everyone for like $8, and just different outfits and different facial, different makeup as well. So yeah, I will put up some of my eBay finds. Most of the eBay listings, all of them, were more expensive than what I paid for the whole set. Even like this doll sold separately was like $29, which is pretty much what I paid with shipping for the doll and the closet and the extra fashions. So I'm extremely, extremely, extremely happy with her. This is Chelsea wearing her second outfit, and there was actually quite a lot of glue attached to her outfit. Her pants were lined with glue, and there was a piece of tape on her back. So I'm assuming this is to keep the outfit looking really nice and neat, but now I wonder if it doesn't look that nice and neat normally when it comes to her pajama outfit. So I took her shoes from my street art Chelsea because I think the shoes really match this outfit. And I really, really love this outfit. The trousers are really soft. I love the belt buckle. I love how it looks. I think it looks really MyScene. I mean, it is a MyScene outfit, but I also really like this outfit on her. I think the top doesn't look too pajama if she's also wearing the pants. I hope you have enjoyed this really, really long unboxing. If you have, leave a comment down below. Leave a like and subscribe. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!